Hi everyone, happy Monday! I hope you're having a good day and that your past week was pretty darn good as far as the stitching goes. Mine was alright, little busy, still a little heavy on the WoW side and a little less on the stitchy side, but it happens, it's all alright. Princess has joined us. I think when she hears me starting to talk to the wall, she decides that she needs to come in and double check my sanity. She's not completely wrong. So, let's start things off with the project report. As per usual, for the past April, all month, I have just been trying to remember how to speak English. For the past month, I have been working on Lavender Pansies by the Silver Lining, and here we go. Here is where I am at. I decided to put little, what are these things? Binder clips. I binder clipped my thing to my cardboard so I could hold with one hand and point with the other hand because, you know, I'm just not that clever otherwise. What was I going to say, guys? Completely got lost thinking about binder clips. That's okay. You can stare at the pansies while I ponder the hereafter. Alright, anyway. So, this past week I managed to put in about 15 of the remaining 20 purple stitches. Not that you've noticed, but there were a few up here, a couple here, and some, oh, kind of right in here. This is all going to be green, this will be green. Anyway, so I put some purple in. I finished off this leaf right here that's kind of being folded over because my hoop's in place. And then I have done a chunk here on this leaf. You can kind of see this is the outer edge of this leaf and it'll loop back around in here where the negative space is. And then once that leaf is done, there is only one more leaf left that needs doing, and he kind of fits all the way out here and around like that. So my initial plan was I was just going to swap him out for May and do another house on my Santa's Village. But I'm so close, you guys, I'm so close. Just a leaf and a half, so close. I could probably have it done in 2 days. You know how your brain does that, right? I'm pretty sure that I cannot have it done in 2 days. But brain is telling me, you could have it done. Just wait until you're finished with this one before going back to Santa's Village. And that's kind of tempting, but I'm pretty sure if I don't go back to Santa's Village now, I may never get back to it. So, debating. I don't know. I could put it away for just a month, It'll come back in June, finish up the pansies in June. That'd be alright. Seeing as nothing I have going on is on any sort of a deadline whatsoever. I don't know. I know some of you are looking forward to seeing the Christmas village back again. Some of you are enjoying the pansies. I'm enjoying the pansies. I don't know. I do not know, you guys. This is tipped a little. Oh, let's adjust this just a little bit. There you go. Now you can see the Horde banner better. Not that you need to see the Horde banner better, but there you go. Yep. Horde banner. Those of you who are new to the whole thing, I play WoW, I play Horde, I'm a battle cow. It is what it is. So that is everything I did for progress. We'll see what happens next week, like I was saying, see if the pansies continue or if I actually switch it up and go to Santa's Village and take care of that one for the month. We'll see. So that's part one. Part two is always Stashquisitions. And I'm going to be truthful, you guys, practically nothing, which is where we're going to have to resort to showing you a couple other things. This is the, that I'm trying to pull out, making all the wonderful crinkly sounds, the April fabric of the month from Fabrics by LJ. I get the 32 count linen. This is entitled April Showers. So it's nice and blue and modelly. Where's Princess? She was yelling at us. You aren't going to stand on the table over there and look at everybody? Anyway, so this is a lovely, lovely blue. So add that to the collection of everything. Because it wouldn't be a collection of everything without everything, would it not? So there is that. Absolutely gorgeous. Like that a lot. Next up, my cross-stitch, just cross-stitch came in the mail, just like all of you. Some of you have already done flip-throughs. I will not be doing a flip-through. And then my Stony Creek cross-stitch magazine came in, and I am so perplexed, you guys. I thought for sure that the subscription on this guy had run out, because I swear I have not got it for like 6 months. You know, almost half the time since I've moved here, I haven't received a new one of these. And then it shows up at my parents' house. I don't know. It says it expires winter of 19, so apparently I got another year left on this guy. But I certainly do not know where those 2 magazines that happened, you know, winter of... Goodness, winter of 18 and winter of... whatever. Don't know where they've been. Weird. I don't know. Weird. So there's that. I flipped through this one. This is the one with the pansy ball in it, you guys. And it's interesting what they've done. One pattern with 12, 15, 100, 12 different color combinations. They've used a solid color for all of them, and then one of the color variations from DMC. You can kind of see what they're doing there for all of the pansies. It's an interesting concept, but honestly, it's not really... It's an okay pansy pattern. It's not really detailed. It's super simple. I just... So there you go. So that is everything for the old Stashquisitions. Hardly anything at all. At all. Which is, it's very, very good. Very, very good. I won one. Yay! Okay, what else are we doing? What else are we doing? Let's do the sewing silliness segment that I recorded. I think it was yesterday. I had some time. The lighting's terrible, but you guys know how it all goes. So here we are. Hi guys, it's super bright outside, so I've closed the blinds for the most part, which means I'm getting these really awesome, how can I say it, dots from the blinds that are closed. But at least I'm not squinting, so that's a good thing. And we're all natural light, so we'll see how this turns off. I haven't turned on any other lights here in the craft room. Woo! It's a rodeo. Okay, and as soon as I start talking, Princess has come to see what we are up to. So, this is sewing silliness. I went crazy. I just took all the time that I had this weekend. It was convocations and commencement at the university this weekend. And so for commencement, they turned us loose early. They were like, we need your parking spots for everybody who's coming up on campus. Go home. We'll pay you for the couple hours that you're going to miss. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I came home and I went to town with El Sewing Machino. So let's look at what I did. Not all of... okay, wait. Most of these were in the process of being put together somewhere along the line. So it's not like I went from nothing to fully finished in the weekend for all of these. Most of them were cut out, some were sewn up and pinned, ready to be machine quilted, or somewhere in that process. So that's just a little caveat. I'm not that speedy of a sewer. I like the word fabric smith. What do you guys think? Shall we become fabric smiths? I'm not that great of a fabric smith. So let's start out with my oldest bag that's been cut out for the longest time. So this is a Christmas bag that I put together from some charm squares that I had left over from a charm square quilt that I sewed up several hundred years ago. Oh, okay, really, it was like before 2010 is when I had got that put together. So here's the top, here's the thing. You can bring it closer so you can kind of see how I decided to quilt it. I was kind of debating, didn't know what I wanted to do. So I decided to just do the red lines about 1/4 inch or so from the seam between the two fabric squares. Just ran it that way and that way on both sides. It's pretty much the same thing going on here on the back. La 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 la. Fantastic. I like sewing these little hooky-doos on. And then let's just open it up a little bit so you can see that for fun, I used some of this awesome tree fabric. When I did my quilt, I used this wonderful tree fabric. That was for one of the borders. So, bag number 1. Put that over here. Bag number 2 was also pretty much all sewn up from the get-go, and I just needed to machine quilt it and fold it in half and do the thing. And this is comprised of some mini, tiny charm squares from this Moda line. So I sewed them together in sort of a pseudo subway tile type pattern. And then it's a coordinating fabric for the contrast and also for the back. For the back I did it my traditional 3-inch diagonal squares. But when it came to doing this front stuff, I can't say it's truly stitch in the ditch, it's more stitch near the ditch. So I did some stitch near the ditch and just did stripes on each thing. I thought about just, you know, doing each and every thing as you go along, but man, that would have been a pain in the butt. A royal pain in the butt. So that's what I did not do. And I lined it with this little dot print, which is also a coordinating print from the line, white zipper, whoop-de-doo. Really simple, really fine. I didn't do such a hot job at the top because it kind of goes whoop. It bows. It bows like nobody's business right there. So that is Christmas bag numero 2. Alright, next up, this one is a Halloween bag. And it is made up of the layer cake size squares, which are they 9-inch squares or 10-inch squares? Anyway, whatever they are. So there's a full one here, and then the next piece is a half one. So maybe these finish off to 8 inches. So it's a, anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about, which should surprise none of you. So here's the front. I sewed the things together and then cut it in half to put my zipper in. Here's the back. I love the purple cats. Absolutely fantastic. Something like that. I went a little crazy with the quilting. One way I quilted it is a variegated orange. The other way is a variegated purple. And then when I was deciding to do the trim, I had some of this lovely black rickrack hanging around from a finish that I had done on a Halloween ornament like a long time ago. And so I put that on there, and then I decided it needs more, because Halloween, more! So I added a orange rickrack on top of that. And when I was searching for something to go in it, I wanted something really simple, like an orange with maybe a white dot or who knows, whatever. Didn't find any of that, but I think I found the ugliest orange on the face of this planet, you guys. It is just beyond ugly. Blech. Anyway, so it was orange, it kind of matched the colors, so it went on the inside regardless. So that is bag number 3 right there. Alright, bag number 4. I don't know, no, you can't really see it. I was going to say just behind me next to there's the printer, there's 2 bags that are empty, and the white one that you can kind of see the edge of is a Minions bag. And so I had a lot of fabric left over for the Minions bag, and so I said, well, let's just use the leftover fabric and make another one. But the leftover fabric I just had was this one, and then the stripe. So of course I had to order some of these silly minions that say Bello, and then the blue G, Mr. Gru logo. Ordered that. Did the traditional 3-inch diagonal quilting in the variegated orange. Threw on the orange rickrack because why not? And then to use up the rest of my fabric that I had purchased for this thing, right here on the front side, it's more of the minions saying Bello, and then on the back, well, I guess that's on the front. And then on the other end, I used up the rest of the blue Gru thing. And I don't know how I managed to do this, but that zipper is not straight. It's fatter at this end and narrow at this end. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but it just kind of goes whoop. Now, fat, skinny. So that's kind of a mess, which is, I mean, really guys, I do these for fun. I do them for me, and I might start doing them for Rex. Yeah, that's a mess in there. Anyway, they're really not all that great. So no, I don't sell them. I don't plan on selling them. I might rack a few off here. I don't know. Decide which ones are my favorites and which ones I just, can go live somewhere else and give somebody else joy. Alright, so that was bag number 4. Bag number 5 is one that I had halfway cut out, but not all the way cut out, and I had to install the zipper on this guy. Oh, I had to install the zipper on that guy, so that was one that got a new zipper. Anyway, so this is made out of a print that has all sorts of national parks, and so that's fun. It took forever to try to find a blue that coordinated all right with the blues that were here. Ended up with this sort of mottled print. Went with the navy zipper. Not thrilled with the navy zipper, but that's whatever it is. Here is some good old red rickrack. I just sewed that sucker down. Woohoo! And, made it work. And then I did a fussy cut. Well, sort of a fussy cut. I knew that it wouldn't be 3 exact, so that would look weird. So I just kind of went with my favorite one, Zion. I made sure that a full Zion would be here on the back. And that's kind of cool that I got a full Yosemite here on the back. So I just went with those two, kind of made sure that that was the center, and then just cut it off in between. You can't really see it, but I used the same sort of quilting style that I did on the first Christmas bag, where I ran a line all the way across the bottom, all the way across the top, and then all the way across both sides. So each one is sort of framed, but not. You can see right here where I've just stitched right across the top. And I think for this guy, I just used a muslin lining. Yep, muslin. Plain, simple, and then you can kind of see my quilting lines, how I went and put that together. So there is that guy. How many are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is bag number 5. Bag number 5. Put that right there. You having fun with the plastic bag? Everybody can hear you. Yes, they can. Alright, so into bag, what was that? 5, 6. Bag number 6. So it consists of this pink pansy vine with a dense set of pansies on yellow, with a little bit of rickrack that I threw across the top. And a nice primrose is the name of the color for the zipper. Back in October, when I was working hard on getting all the projects bags done for the giveaway that we did way back in October, I cut out 2 of everything, so it would be a 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you sort of thing. And I was slow on putting together the ones for me. So this is one of the ones that's pretty much exactly like one that I mailed out for that giveaway. And this is the one for me. So there's that one. Really simple. Nothing spectacular. Also used just a plain cheapo muslin for the lining. And it is very, very cute. Alright. Put that there. And now, I don't know, bag number next. I've lost count. 7? Yeah, 7. So this is another one that was sort of put together after the giveaway. So this was quite similar to one that got mailed off and sent to a new home. So this is the one for me version. I put some pink rickrack. I don't know if that's really showing out. It looks really washed out in my monitor. It may not. It may be better than what is showing. I don't know. Looks like the sun is moving enough that I'm going to have to adjust the blinds. Sacrilege. Anyway, nah, you guys are cool. You can live with it. So I love this fabric. This is the same fabric that my mom made me a quilt, and she used this on the back. I did the simple 3-inch diagonal quilting on it, which is so simple. I've got really good at laying it out with my ruler, zick, 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 and then just come over to the sewing machine, go crazy. This guy is also just muslin lined. Super simple. I know the other day I was saying something that you can't have like your favorite child, but my other bag was my favorite child. I think this is my new favorite child. I just love this one. Love it, love it, love it. So there is that. Now I took a whole bunch of, these guys are almost twins. So I took a whole bunch of 2-inch strips that came in a knockoff jelly roll and sewed them all together. So there's these guys. These were sewn together. And I just had to quilt them and put them together. So they're fraternal twins. They are not twin twins. And so let's see. This is the one for me, and this is the one for Rack. So this will be going off to its new home, and this one will be staying here, living with me. So those are bags 8 and 9 in my major finish it up, put it together, do all the things thing. So you guys, so that's what I did for sewing and a lot of sewing silliness. Let's see if I can move around here a little bit and not get, there's no hope for it. There's just lines all over the place, but at least it's not shining in my eyeballs. So the last thing for sewing silliness that we have going on is you guys did not keep me off of Etsy as well as I desperately, desperately needed you to. I bought a yard of this stuff. It was on clearance, so I don't feel too bad of it. But look, purples and pinks and chevron. I initially thought this would be something great for like a contrast in some of my other bags because it has several of the colors that I like to use, and I think it would blend really well with some of the other stuff. But it's a whole yard. It's big enough, so it might become the body of a project bag in and of itself. So we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Crazy can happen. And that's everything. So that's sewing silliness for this week and probably for a good couple weeks to come. I know next Saturday I'm supposed to go over to my best friend's house, and she is going to help me cut out the beautiful lavender pansy fabric that Holly sent to me. So I'll start making project bags up out of those. And so those will definitely be sort of a one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you. Half of them will definitely go in the rack pile because I don't know that I'm going to need 8 bags that are almost exactly the same. We'll see. So, see you guys later. So there you go, a whole heap of bags, lots and lots and lots of bags. I've begged my best friend, and she's going to help me cut the fabric that Holly sent me into strips. We've got that arranged. Going to go do that next Friday, so maybe I'll be able to start in on the next round of absolute craziness. So there we go. Oh yes, it is time for the shoutouts to the Floobies. Confession time, guys. I left my list of Floobies at work. It's like a page and a half a page on the back of everybody who started it. I think it's been Mania that has brought out all of the new people, and I have been enjoying watching all your videos. And I wrote you down, and so I know I need to get you on the list so others can wander by and see you. but I left my list at work, and I'm sorry. So it'll be another week before we have more shout-outs to our wonderful, fabulous Floobies. So I guess that leaves us with Battle Cow Adventures. Okay, fair warning, guys. Upcoming is 15 minutes of footage of, let's see, when was it? I guess it was Friday night. My guild, we ran Cathedral of the Eternal Night, had a great time in that dungeon, just went through, smacked everything on the head, good time was had by all, and then the weekly quest was for farming some, it wasn't nether shards, but you did it by doing the same thing. And so some of our guildies hadn't finished up that quest yet, so we went and we farmed the Syntax nether shards, did that thing. So I just smacked record on my record software and looked at it earlier, sped it up 2 times speed. So here we are, 15 minutes of nether shard farming in World of Warcraft. Fast forward if you don't want to see it. So there we go. Ended up, somebody called down a lieutenant, which is like the super big boss that you can get from the nether shard farming. We slaughtered it, and then it recharges for like 3 minutes. But it was about midnight 30 or so, and so after that I went to bed. I don't know if they continued farming, but it was a good time. Farming can be extremely boring. I kind of like it because the spec I play, Druid, is really good at AoE attacks, and a lot of my spells take a little while to get powered up. So when we're doing dungeons and stuff, sometimes I don't even come close to using all of my abilities or stuff, because the other classes in the group, they can usually whack down the monsters pretty fast before I've even got the druid, you know, warmed up and spinning. So with nether shard farming, she's usually powered up and spinning and just killing all the things. Pretty good, pretty good. I do have a problem remembering to change my targets often enough so when I start a spell, I'm actually targeting something. That's my biggest problem, is make sure that something is targeted before you hit the spell key. It is what it is. So that's what we've been doing in WoW. I'm having a good time. I enjoy it. I do. It just takes over my life. I think the thing that broke me from signing in every single night for, oh my goodness, it was like 3 or 4 months, was when I was doing the play, and so there was absolutely no time for stitching, no time for WoW. And so since I was doing the play at night, I just got out of the habit of WoW, so now we're back in the habit of WoW, and blah blah, yakety schmackety, whatever. What else is going on? Convocations and commencement was out at this weekend. We had a good group show up for commencement on Thursday, and we have 4 large colleges do their convocations in the building on Friday, and Friday is always our craziest day. With, you usually get 1 graduate has at least 2 parents, sometimes you get grandparents, sometimes you get friends and family and everybody. So Friday is our convocation day, is our crazy day. People in and out of the building all day long. Sometimes I'm lucky and I get to hide out in the basement and don't have to work with our guests very much. I'm an accountant. I don't have to work with the guests anyway. But last year they were short-staffed, so I ended up in the parking lot yelling at people, you can't park here, pull all the way forward, all the handicap parking is filled up. Yes, I know, I'm sorry. You can drop off your person who cannot walk very far here, but you're going to have to park farther out, you know, later, and when the thing's over, you're going to have to drive back up and try to pick up grandma again. So that was last year. This year I didn't have to do it, and we had more staff, so that was pretty good. We're just going to have a whole month in May. We just have one big event after another. Coming up this week, we have a women's conference, and so that's a big event with a lot of people. Next week, well, yeah, this week is women's conference. Next week is Hope of America. I'm looking at my calendar here on the wall. That's where I'm looking. Is Hope of America, and then the week after that, we start doing high school graduations, and so that's a really interesting one. We've got contract, I think, with Alpine School District. There we go. And so all of their high schools are going to come down to the building for their graduations. And it runs a lot like convocations, where we have 1 at 9, 1 at noon, 1 at 3, 1 at 7. We just all day long. And we do that for about 2 days with the Alpine School District. So that's awesome. And then we get into June and it quiets down for a week or 2. And we start up with the sports camps. Sports camps and EFY starts going on, but they don't have a lot of things in the building, especially this year. We're going to be doing some maintenance. We get to sand the floor down to the bare wood, repaint it, restain it, start again, so it'll be beautiful for basketball season. So that's what's going on work-wise, which is probably way more than you guys ever wanted to know. So that's kind of that. I think it'll be a short video. Well, another 15 minutes of this. And oh, I nearly forgot. Thursday. Last Thursday was Crafty Stitchy night with my two best friends. Well, two of some. I have more than one best friend. It's allowed. Anyway, so we do Crafty Stitchy night about once a month where they come, we trade houses, we go over and I stitch. One gal scrapbooks and the other, sometimes she'll stitch, sometimes she'll quilt, sometimes she scrapbooks. She's, you know, the ultra crafter. So anyway, we decided to go up to Thanksgiving Point and check out the Tulip Festival. So here is some random footage I shot of the Tulip Festival. Alright guys, so today Lisa, Laura, and I have come out to the Tulip Festival here at Thanksgiving Point to look at the tulips and do the thing. So I was actually smart and remembered to bring the camera so you guys could all check it out. The wind is blowing, so I might just go ahead and mute this later on. But we'll just do clips and clips and clips and clips of the pretty tulips as we go along. So here we have tulips and down below pansies. And you guys know which ones are my absolute favorite flowers in all the world. So here we go.
Those would be the tulips, wouldn't it?
Smart Alec over there.
You brought me for color commentary, didn't you?
That's right. No golf carts. That makes me sad. Golf carts are my favorite part of my job. Well, our path is not going to lead us over there, but back that way are the waterfalls that I showed you. And then here's the performance pad and the amphitheater if you happen to come out here for any concert series or whatnot. Or you could rent the whole place and have your wedding take place right down there at the base of the waterfalls. Wind's picking up. It's stinking cold, guys.
brown ones, though. I don't love the brown ones. I love the orange ones.
They've matched the pansies to the tulips. So this is the Italian garden. It looks a whole heck of a lot like a spot in Italy where I've been. Reminds me of the Boboli Gardens. It was one stinking hot day when I was there. Starting to rain. The only proof I have that it's starting to rain is the pavement has spots. Look, I'm wearing purple shoes. Surprise! Oh. There you go. You got my eyeballs. Proof that I was here. Woo. The show closes here in 10 minutes, so we're going to turn around and head on back to the main building. But that was a lovely, lovely trip through the Tulip Festival. Might have to come again. We're going to go get dessert. And I don't know about you, but dessert is often the best thing there is. We found some umbrellas to keep us dry as we head back to the main building. I don't know why. May as well. Suppose if we were Mary Poppins, it would be up, up, and away with us.
I like this tree. All the branches are kind of hanging underneath.
It looked like everything was out right there 2 weeks ago.
I wonder if they've staggered them. I love that orange.
It's pretty. Sorry.
Oh well. Good job. Lead us astray.
So there you go. It was a cold day. It was a cold, cold day. It was one of those where I'm like, I can't believe last week I was in Phoenix where it was like 95 degrees every day. And here we are, and it is trying to rain and snow on us, and it's barely 40 degrees, and the wind was blowing, and it was just cold, and blah, blah, blah. Yuck. Yuck. So, honestly, guys, if I could be a snowbird, I would be a snowbird. I would be down in Arizona during the winter. I would be up north in Idaho during the summer. Heat is not what I like at all. Cold is not what I like at all. I'm a room temperature kind of gal, you guys. San Diego wasn't so stinking expensive, I'd be there. If California wasn't so crazy, I'd be there. But anyway, so that is everything. Thank you so much to all of you who have commented, liked, and subscribed my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm still about a week behind watching everybody, but I like to think that I'm catching up, but heaven only knows if I actually am or not, but I'm trying. I just, you know, every minute it's you guys on the FlossTube. Oh, it cracked me up. I finally saw, okay, it's been a week, but Farm Girl had Farm Dude on, and she laughed and said that he likes my videos because I talk about World of Warcraft, and so that made me laugh. Where was I? I was saying goodbye. I hope the frog stays far, far away from your house. I hope the upcoming week you guys get plenty of time to put in your stitches. I hope you guys participating in Stitch Mania do all right. Don't go too crazy, and you know, you get all your starts in that you want, you get your whips worked on that you want, and everything works out great. I'm not doing Stitch Mania, you guys. I can't. I've thought about it, I've made lists, I think about it, and then I'm like, you know what, I don't want to. So that's that. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody does their things. Have a great one, you guys. Hugs and stitches. Bye.